Welcome back to the 2023 APP Chicago Open. We've got our women's pro doubles winners bracket final coming your way right now. The winner of this one goes to the gold medal match tomorrow here in Chicago, and medals is something that Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge are certainly very familiar with as a doubles duo here on the APP Tour. Taking a live look at Susannah Barr getting warmed up, based out of Idaho.
Where?
She and Megan Fudge have won 3 silvers, a bronze, and a gold together so far. We're on our 10th APP event stop of the year. They haven't played together every single tournament, but when they do, whew, are they hard to beat. They've medaled in 4 of the 5 tournaments that they have played together here on the APP Tour. Going against them, you have a team that got bronze in Philadelphia last week. This is just their 3rd tournament playing together. Alix Truong, 18 years old, out of Falls Church, Virginia. She is playing with Vivian Glozman, and these two have made quite the run. Like I mentioned, just their 3rd tournament playing together. They got a 4th in Newport and then a bronze medal in Philadelphia last week. This week, looking to upgrade that hardware, but they have already locked in, ensuring that they at least match their best finish together so far. So Fudge and Barr, a team that we just saw pretty handily, I should say, beat the team in the women's semifinal. Alix Truong, Vivian Glozman, what do you think they need to do here to disrupt Fudge and Barr?
Well, what Riley Bonert and
Emily Ackerman
did in the last match late in game 2 was they started to do what Fudge and Barr did to them, move the ball around, right? And it kind of disrupted, for the moment, Fudge and Barr. So what I'm going to look for out of Truong and Glozman is movement, and I want Vivian Glozman to play big. She is 6 foot tall, and play aggressive. If she can put pressure on Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge, they're going to have a good chance to win this match here. The issue is that Fudge and Barr play slower, methodical. They're not going to give Vivian Glozman that many opportunities. So it's up to Alix Truong going cross-court, moving the ball in and out, to move Fudge and Barr to give Glozman those opportunities.
And Chad, when you look at Fudge and Barr, what is it about their game that just makes them so strong together?
Well, it's part of what we talked about, last match for them here on Championship Court, is that they don't allow their opponents to get into a consistent rhythm. They're changing speeds, they're changing spots, they're changing eye levels almost every ball. So they'll go corner to corner, sideline to sideline, they'll go at your feet, they'll throw up the lob. They'll move that ball around. Now, if Glozman and Truong are going to speed up, they have to hit the right spots, which predominantly is the backhand side of both Fudge and Barr. If they miss it, they're in trouble.
So it's going to be Alix Truong getting us started here in our women's doubles final.
Wow, what a counter. That was almost, Chad, a bait ball, right? Fudge is like, here, go ahead. I want you to pull the trigger.
Speed it up right at my forehand, because as soon as I float it, I'm going to sit on my forehand.
Ooh. Well, Fudge and Barr picking up right where they left off. Playing half aggressive, but under control. Susannah Barr very familiar with Vivian Glozman. She won a gold medal with her on the West Coast recently in a tournament. Played really well together.
Glozman with a very strong overhead right at the feet of Susannah Barr. Barr can't dig it out, so that pushes him onto their second serve. Megan Fudge going to take it.
Yeah, good job there from Glozman. Didn't overhit it, added some top spin. I just got that ball down to Barr. She ended up taking it off the end of the paddle, missing that one into the net.
Good spot right there from Megan Fudge, right at the body of Alix Truong. As she wasn't fully set. She was moving through transition. She's got to set her feet, get her paddle out in front, and play that.
2-0-1. Second server.
A good counter there from Truong. Little uncharacteristic drive there from Barr. Typically dropping that third.
Megan Fudge almost asked Susannah, "You got it?" She goes, "Yeah." In the middle of that point.
Well, they do communicate a lot.
They do.
Sometimes over-communicate.
They do.
Wow. And in that one, that's a non-communication.
Such a balance for these teams as they partner up for different tournaments. Megan Fudge, Susannah Barr, like I mentioned, have played in 5 together on this APP tour, but sometimes you have players who are linking up for the first time, and it's a massive part of the chemistry that these teams have to develop in order to decide, are we going to do this more? Another look at this play.
How did she hit this?
I don't know. It's
Oh my! Truong handcuffed herself.
She was sitting straight forehand. Truong was sitting straight forehand there. Fudge just medium pace ball, brushed up the back, went over the left shoulder.
Barr going with a little shake and bake. Usually it's the other way around. Fudge is going for the bake part of the shake and bake on a drop from Barr.
Let's be honest, Barr isn't the fastest person out on the court.
Wow, the cut from Megan Fudge caused issues right there for Vivian Glozman.
0-5-2.
0-5-2, Glozman with the serve. Getting a little love off the tape there is Alix Truong. That ball falls inside the baseline. Take another look.
I'll take it.
1-5-2 on the board. The wind.
Not so sure if that was fully the wind, but the wind potentially had a small impact on it, even though she was hitting into the wind. She just didn't brush up the back enough.
In case you couldn't hear on the court mic, Alex saying the wind, bro, on that last one as it gets pushed long.
The wind has been swirling and changing directions.
So, 6-1 here. The score, Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr up 5. Here in game number 1 of our women's doubles final, a timeout called. On the court, Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong going to take a second to regroup. I was asking Alex before this match, what is your strategy going against a team like Fudge and Barr who are so well known, so dynamic, have so few areas of weakness to take advantage of? And Alex said, we're going to go right at them. We're going to try and bring everything we've got. We're going to try and stay aggressive. Obviously, though, one of the things you guys talk about is that sometimes that means you miss a lot more often.
You're right. That's exactly the game plan that they needed going in. But then on the flip side, it's exactly what I said earlier is what kind of opportunities are you going to get from Fudge and Barr? And they're not getting many opportunities right now to bring it to them. They need to get into the 50-50 balls, so kitchen line to kitchen line, and move those balls inside and out and keep it low so that they get the opportunity. Right now, they're giving Fudge and Barr the opportunities, and they're taking advantage.
So it's going to be Susannah Barr with the serve, 6-1-2.
Just pushing that one a little too deep. It's such a fine line between getting that deep return and overhitting it.
Ooh. Check the ball.
That's the setup Glozman wants every single time.
100%. At 6 foot, hitting straight down on that ball, but a good angle, though, from Glozman, too.
That serves just deep.
Pushes them onto their second serve, so Truong with it. And
that one
looked deep, but
No call.
Megan Fudge said it was on the line.
272.
It was a good. I mean, that's a good setup there from Truong. She steps up. She's aggressive with it. Glozman had the paddle down, wasn't anticipating that ball to be as high. And then the paddle fully lays back, and it's pointing to the sky. So difficult to keep it in the court when the paddle goes that far back.
Oh, no. Susannah Barr speeding up right at the body of Vivian Glozman, and then Fudge able to come in and put that away.
So Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr systematically, and like you mentioned, Dom, in a lot of different ways, building up a 6-point lead here in game number 1.
This is very eerily similar to the Nunnery and Dasku game, where when I was interviewing them, I'm like, this is total business-like right here. And now all of a sudden, Barr and Fudge too, it's very similar. Very business-like in this match, knowing what's at stake.
It was just 2 weeks ago, or maybe, when was St. Louis? About a month ago? Maybe? 3 weeks?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. So that was when they got their first gold medal. They got the taste of that here on the APP Tour, and it is all business trying to get back to that opportunity. Sit 1 point away here from taking game 1. Truong with the good recovery there.
That's
Oh goodness! I'm like, I put my hand up and Chad goes right into my elbow.
that's where Barr gets into trouble, is when that ball is coming across her body. She still tries to hit that forehand overhead.
Speaking of an overhead, how about a winner from Megan Fudge? Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge take game 1 of our women's doubles final here at the 2023 APP Chicago Open 11-2. They now sit just 1 game away from playing in our women's doubles gold medal match tomorrow. We'll have game 2. Find out if they can do it when we come back.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is presented by Skechers, Powerplate, Yola, and Level Up. Susannah Barr getting us underway here in game 2 of our women's doubles winners bracket final. She and Megan Fudge trying to punch their ticket to the gold medal match. Be a quick side out though.
001.
0-0-1 for Alix Truong serve.
Oh, here they come right now. You're seeing that game plan that you talked about, AJ, when you talked with Alix. Playing fast, playing with pace.
The key for them is going to be, correct me if I'm wrong, but making sure that when you get aggressive, you pick your place as well. Because
aggressive with a purpose.
Exactly.
Not just flailing away at everything.
Pick the right ball, pick the right spot.
Which we saw them do against Tina Pisnik and Tammy Emmerich.
100%.
Incredibly effectively. So can they do it here against a team that already has 5 medals on this 2023 APP Tour? Looking for their second gold medal.
Yeah, as Fudge and Barr would say, not many of them are the right color of those medals.
Right. 3 silvers, a bronze, and 1 gold. As we take a little break, Alix Truong switching her paddle. Then going to go get it checked out by our USA Pickleball certified official.
Diane Unitich is on the call.
And I know they're checking for a lot of things when they check those paddles. What's the primary thing they're looking at?
The sticker.
They're looking at the sticker. So, I mean, each paddle in your bag or that you're potentially going to use has to get tested here before you go out on the court.
Oh, Susannah Barr going with a little pace right there at Alix Truong, and I don't think she was expecting that right there. She got a little late on it.
401.
4-0-1 for Barr's serve. Sailing a bit long.
Second service. 402.
So it'll be Megan Fudge now, trying to build on this lead that they've got in game number 2. Strong forehand there from Vivian Glozman right down the middle.
Yeah, she's not going to miss those ones, and she's not going to mind getting that ball and that height right there. And Truong's struggling a little bit right now, but a lot of it has to do with her body positioning. You saw that ball that she just missed there. Weight's kind of going back, straight legs.
A little wide from Truong there, too. Again, just getting behind, not getting enough out in front of it. Like we talk about, Chad, a lot. Paddle laying flat back causes you to be late.
401.
So it's 4-0-1. Susannah Barr with the serve.
Oh, Vivian Glozman. All
She's
the power.
So
the
nonchalant. Watch how nonchalant she is about it right here.
Just gives nothing away after putting all of her power into the previous forehands.
Vivian broke the ball.
Megan Fudge asking the official, can you take a look at this one because...
And Megan points at Vivian because it was you.
I feel like that's a source of pride.
Diane Unitich, as you see right there.
100%. If you can hit a ball and make it indent or crack, you take great pride in that.
So a new ball being brought out. We have a basket of spare pickleballs over on the side of the court. Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge going to take a look at it, make sure it's good. Offered it to Truong and Glozman to also get their hand on it, give it a few bounces, but looks like Truong and Glozman gave it the go-ahead.
402.
So it's 4-0-2 for Fudge's serve.
That ball jumped up on Susannah Barr right there.
041.
So a strong hold there by Truong and Glozman on that service side by Barr and Fudge.
Yeah, I like that step over from Glozman there. She cuts down the reaction time for Fudge. She wasn't expecting that step over. She was anticipating that it was going to be Truong that was going to attack that ball back.
So it will be the 18-year-old Alix Truong with the serve, trailing 1-4 here in game number 2. Alix Truong trying to take a page out of Vivian Glozman's book and gets the change of pace to work.
Wasn't as tight to the net as Glozman's, but it got Fudge to pop the next ball up. Great job by Truong. Oh, and Glozman mishits it. She's sitting on that two-hander. All she's got to do is get on top of that, and that's put away.
Puts them onto their second serve.
Ball's just wide from Truong. It was a good attack and a good spot, but she tried to do too much with this last ball and sneak it down the line behind Fudge.
4-2-1.
4-2-1 for Barr's serve.
Second serve for Barr that's gone long. Wind at their back a little bit here on this side, so from the bottom of your screen to the top of your screen.
Kind of surprised that Fudge didn't take a few of those forehands right there. She moved like she was going to, left that ball to the backhand side for Barr because she had a little bit more reaction time.
Oh, and the let cord put Fudge and Barr just a little out of position. Enough of a hole that Vivian Glozman can just push this through here.
3-4-1.
So after getting themselves in an 0-4 hole, Truong and Glozman can tie us up right here.
She let it drop too far. It was bounced up high enough for her, but she let it drop too far, and it was because she was trying to deceive Glozman here.
4-4-1.
Good deep ball there from Fudge. Let's put it right at the feet of Glozman.
4-4-2.
Nice attack there from Vivian Glozman in the middle. It looked like she wanted to come on the first one, but she wasn't close enough. And then all of a sudden she closed ground a little bit more, steps in and takes that forehand.
5-4-2.
And just like that, Glozman and Truong with their first lead in this match. Up 5-4-2.
Nice spot from Megan Fudge. That's a good setup.
Megan Fudge just going right at the left hip of Vivian Glozman. Can't get out of the way of it.
4-5-1.
4-5-1 for Barr's serve.
Ooh, and Glozman, I think, she might be trying to get out of the way of that one, Chad.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one either way. Yeah, potentially trying to drop that paddle and get the shoulder out of the way. However, they're doing a really good job of staying patient and staying in that. Glozman not really dialed in on that speed up. And then that one getting a little overextended.
6-5-1. Second server.
She wanted to roll it, but rolled it way too early.
Well, she rolled it.
Yeah, rolled it right into the net.
in the net.
6-5.
A little too much shoulder and hand movement on that one.
Susannah Barr looking back at the baseline. Sounded like Fudge was trying to call her off of this ball. It was pretty high off Glozman's paddle. Could have been going out. But, as you say, Chad, we'll never know.
We can only speculate.
We can only speculate.
Ooh, Fudge is just about a half step late right there with that read. Nice pull there in the middle here from Truong.
So it's going to be Vivian Glozman serving 6-6-1.
Oh, went for too much. She had her leaning in the wrong direction. Glozman trying to recover back middle here. Fudge went over the left shoulder, but overhit it. Pushed that ball deep.
7-6-1, 1 minute.
Timeout called on the court by Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr. They're trailing 7-6 here in this second game. Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman needing to win this game number 2 if they want to force a decisive game 3. Dom, what have you seen Truong and Glozman lean into here in this second game that has them much more competitive?
Well, they've played with more pace, but that pace under control, hitting spots with it, not doing it too prematurely, and that's got them this 1-point lead here in the second game. So the adjustment made here from Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr, not really much. Staying those points. They've missed a couple opportunities to put balls away. That last ball especially, Megan Fudge had a ball where she's gone behind Vivian Glozman a couple times and it's worked, but right there she just overhits that, overcooks it. But not much changing from the Fudge and Barr side, but a very good adjustment from Truong and Glozman, playing their game, but playing it with a purpose.
Alix Truong, before every single match, she writes in Sharpie on her arm, "Stay mean," to remind herself to stay aggressive, stay mean, obviously. And she told me that for her, that just really means to lock into the game that she feels the most comfortable with, that she's confident when she stays mean, she's confident when she's aggressive. And so leaning into that. And we're certainly seeing that strategy play out here in game 2. They've got themselves a 7-6 lead, trying to extend it here.
Ooh, that's Fudge.
No, I was going to say, that's a new reach in there for Fudge. It's not something that she's going to reach in and go with that one-hand flick, but it's a good adjustment and a good spot there on Truong, jamming her up and getting that ball into the net. That's the spot that Barr is susceptible.
Right. That right shoulder.
Another look at a well-constructed point here. A lot of resets, a lot of aggression. Vivian Glozman with the forehand finishing it. 8-6-2 for Truong's serve.
Nice counter there from Susannah Barr. It's not the spot Glozman wanted to go. I'd rather her go down the line to the right shoulder like we talked about, Chad, with Barr. But a nice run from Truong and Glozman to take a 2-point lead.
That's a tough one. Get the serve back, miss it straight in the top.
Alix Truong just going right back at Susannah Barr in that little mini firefight. Another look at the finishing forehand here.
That ball off the tape popped up right to Truong. She's able to get on top of that ball, go right between the legs of Susannah Barr. Oh, and drags that paddle late again. She's right there. She's got to get that paddle out in front and get down on it.
Well, Glozman provides all of the power right there, and Barr tries to do too much with it.
And then leaves that one short.
Yeah, body's just moving a little too much there for Glozman. It was a good drive and a good follow. Feet never stopped.
That's good return right there, but now all Fudge and Barr need to do is score. They haven't scored in probably about 3 service games.
It's going to be Susannah Barr,
691.
Army veteran and pickleball pro, with the serve.
Oh, Fudge trying to get down and get to that, but can't get it out in front enough and ends up pulling it.
So it sails wide, pushes them on to their second serve. Megan Fudge with the serve, 6-9-2.
A big side out there for Truong and Glozman.
So the ball back on their side. Glozman and Truong sitting just 2 points away from forcing a decisive game 3 here in our women's doubles winner bracket final. Winner goes to the gold medal match. Lose here, you head to the bronze medal match.
Good ball there from Megan Fudge. She catches the baseline.
9-6-2, Truong with the serve.
Wow.
It's a good ball there from Alix Truong, and it's on her backhand.
Yeah, it's set up there from Glozman as well. Speeds up at Barr, gets the ball a little bit elevated to Truong, and she goes left hip on Fudge.
Sets up a game point opportunity here.
Big side out right there. That was close.
Take another look at it.
Ooh.
It looked like it might have been out, but Glozman's paddle touched it, and so that means that, in fact, you do not get the out call. Instead, it's going to go back to the side of Fudge and Barr. Trailing by 4 here.
Oh, and that ball lands in. Oh, my. I thought that ball was going 3 feet
I thought
out.
it was going out too, but then when it hits, it's got so much spin on it that Glozman can't even catch up to it. A little change of pace there on that last ball from Glozman. Gets that ball down, and Barr's fully extended, still kind of trying to move her feet to get there. And it doesn't give her anything to try to get that ball back with. She has to try to generate the power and the pace for it.
Ball called out by
It was out.
Susannah Barr.
We're right on that line. It was close.
So it's 8-10, the score for Fudge's serve.
Nice spot right there for Megan Fudge on the counter, right at the body of Alix Truong.
But again, that's the spot for Fudge. If you watch her, as soon as the ball gets elevated, she locks straight into that right hip. If you counterattack into the forehand or into that right hip, she's going to get that ball back. She's going to counterattack it. If you can cross her up and go at that left hip or catch her even moving while she's trying to clear the forehand, that's the spot.
So Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr working their way back into this game 2. trailing by just 1 point. When they got the ball back, they were trailing by 4, but put together a few little points here to get themselves back in contention. It is a game 2-11, but you must win by 2. You can see the crowd here in Chicago. These bleachers have been full all day long. Every single match we have had pretty much a packed house. Taking in the pickleball action.
The importance of this point. Fudge and Barr are on 2. Get this point tied up. Now it's win by 2. Don't get this point side out. Now you have to fight off 2 more game points. Nothing gets more critical right now in a game 2 than this.
It's just such a big swing difference. Big momentum feel of, oh, Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman get the ball back, and we just need 1.
And I believe they've got these 3 points on 2. It was 6-10 too.
So it's going to be Megan Fudge trying to tie things up here.
That one's not coming back.
Instead, it is Vivian Glozman getting fed exactly the ball that she thoroughly enjoys to punish.
10-9-1.
So Alix Truong with a chance to win game 2 right here on her paddle.
Ooh, yeah, it's tough speed up right there. We're all like, no.
Well,
right there.
the ball gets too close to the body. She's trying to take a step back there, but when she does, the weight goes back with it, so that ball's always going to flatten out. If she keeps the chest over, she can get some lift, some roll. And again, a bad spot, and a bad speed up.
But a really important side out for Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr. Get the ball back on their side without giving up that critical game point despite 2 opportunities by Glozman and Truong.
Oh, she got offhanded.
But that's it. I mean, that's a very, very difficult ball there from Glozman. She went up, got that ball so close to it, but put a lot of pace on that ball straight across the net.
Yeah, the speed up right there from Fudge wasn't my choice right there. Glozman's fully committed coming up.
10-9-1.
So a 3rd game point opportunity here for Truong and Glozman.
Oh no, that ball looked like it moved away from Glozman. Wind may have pulled that away. How many opportunities is this, AJ?
We are
Number
on
6?
number 4. Number 4 game point opportunity here for Truong and Glozman. And that is the one that is going to get it done. Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman take game 2 of our women's doubles winner bracket final. And so let's head to 3, shall we? Winner take all here in game 3, best to 11, coming up next on ESPN+.
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Take a check.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time. 002.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.
What a match we have here on Championship Court. Coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois on ESPN Plus. Game 3 of our women's doubles winner bracket final. Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr taking Game 1. Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman fighting their way back to take Game 2. And so it all comes down to this. A Game 3 here between these two teams. Best 2 out of 3 this game to 11. Win it, and you have punched your ticket to Championship Sunday. It's going to be Alix Truong getting us started with the serve. 0-0-2.
No, she
double
catch and release.
Double hit. One motion.
Whips this through the middle. Wow.
0-0-1. Second server. Second server. I did not. I will recall stand.
So, ball.
0-0-2.
So, Megan Fudge, Susannah Barr pushed onto their second serve here because that ball called to have not hit the correct side of the court. Similar to those of you who are familiar with tennis, have to hit the opposite side of the court on your serve.
0-0-1.
So still, no score here in game number 3, 0-0-1 for Truong's serve. Truong popping that ball up, setting Megan Fudge up for an forehand winner.
She looked awkward in her serve. She turned around, and then all of a sudden, the score was called. She just turned around and hit it.
Yeah.
She just didn't look in sync throughout that point.
Again, trying to do too much from the transition area. They just need to bump that ball down to the kitchen line. That ball gets back behind Truong, and then she's using heavy wrist to try to flick that back up and over.
Second server.
A little flat there from Barr.
Start of this game 3 almost has the start of the game 1 feel. A little bit of feeling out. How aggressive are you guys going to be? What are you bringing to the table? There's a whole lot at stake here on Championship Court.
Wow.
Nice get.
Great defense there from Truong and Glozman. Took every effort from Fudge and Barr to just win that point.
Yeah, so on that last ball there from Truong, her hips are square at Fudge, but the ball's coming from Barr. So when she goes to that backhand side, that ball gets back behind the hips, and it's so difficult to keep that up and over the net once it's behind you. This time it was Fudge that's getting a little impatient.
A rarity there from Megan Fudge.
0-1-1.
See her be the impatient one. Alix Truong with the serve now. Trying to get her and Glozman on the board.
Susannah Barr tried to take the forehand away from Megan Fudge with her left hand. Don't do that.
Well, if she goes to her left hand, then technically it's a forehand.
Technicality.
Just a weaker one.
Fudge is there to cover in the middle, but Truong, great job of taking control of that point to even things up.
1-1-2.
1-1-2 for Glozman's serve. Played her collegiate tennis at Air Force Academy.
And Virginia and Cal.
And Played a lot of places.
She played her 5th year at Air Force.
Most recently
Yes.
played her collegiate tennis at Air Force.
One, one, one.
1-1-1, the score for Fudge.
Oh, that's a tough one to adjust to.
Points.
Fortunate for Fudge and Barr because Glozman, watch her get here. She's there.
2-1-1.
Just a little lazy from Glozman.
Yeah.
I hate saying it. I'm not being mean, but
I
she
was going to say delicate, but that's the nice way to say lazy.
She stood straight up, and when you're 6 foot tall, second you straight up, that ball gets so low on you so quick. Much better there. That's such a good around the post on the backhand side from Megan Fudge.
Just too much angle there from Glozman. She was trying to push Fudge further and further out, but Fudge just waits for that ball to get outside the net post.
And that's the side that Vivian Glozman is not comfortable with. I've talked to her before.
She's a left side player.
She is not very comfortable on the right side. So if they're going to stay, and they're going to stay again here as Truong gives the sign. Good combo there from Alix Truong. 1 point away from an end change at 6 here in game 3 for Barr and Fudge.
A good roll there from Alix Truong.
They're going to stay this way with Vivian Glozman on the right.
Susannah Barr with the around the post.
I think Alix thought it was out.
Yeah,
I think it might have been too.
I think it was in the court, but yeah, I think potentially Alix stopped playing that one, thinking the Glozman's ball was wide. Oh,
Susannah Barr almost recovers there. Unlucky.
Let's pay back for one earlier.
So Alix Truong with the serve, 2-5-2.
Wow, 2 in a row off the tape.
You don't plan for those, but you take them when you get them.
Oh, 100%.
3-5-2.
Oh, she had the around the post. That was the best option right there. She changed her mind, tried to go back cross court, and that ball's already so far out that it becomes extremely difficult to go wide.
5-3-1.
Oh, just doesn't let it bounce. Good spot from Vivian Glozman, going right at that kitchen line.
Yeah, and right on the left foot as well. We always talk about that the left foot's not utilized as much. Again, that's a weaker point for Barr.
So a side out here. Alix Truong, Vivian Glozman doing a good job not to allow Fudge and Barr to extend their lead at all.
Excellent job from Glozman there, battling off a couple of speed ups, staying under control within that point. Yeah, it's a tough step over there for Truong.
She knows it too. Coming back, she says, it's way too low, Viv. Tell me not to go for that.
Well, that it was. And then letting it get to her there, going for a bigger serve, but overcooking it, pushing it deep.
5-4-1.
So it's going to be 5-4-1 for Megan Fudge's serve.
Yeah, it's tough. Fudge was almost baiting her into that, right? Because we've seen Glozman struggle with that reach-in one-handed roll. I'd rather her take that off the bounce right now. She needs to work on that a little more, play that off the bounce, and then go for it.
So we'll change ends here at 6-4, the score. Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge in the lead. Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong, though. You're
They're
taking a
having
look
fun
at here. And they started this game down 5-1 to Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. They have clawed their way back into it without allowing Fudge and Barr to extend their lead. And that's what you guys are always saying. It's a balance. It's business, but you got to be having fun in order to play your best, be your loosest. So Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge, though, certainly would like nothing more than to extend their lead here. How do they do that, Dom?
Again, it's elongate these points. Don't attack too prematurely. Grind them out. What I don't like is that they've got into patterns. Again, cross court with Glozman from Fudge. She's going backhand to backhand continuously. Go to it once or twice and then go to the middle. Go to the forehand of Alix Truong. But the ball's got to be moved in and out exactly how they did in game one, winning 11-2.
6-4-1.
Big point here out of the end change. There it is, right? What did they do? She did not go to the same spot more than once there, moving the ball in and out.
It's like you're a pro coach or something.
Nope. Sometimes Chad and I know what we're talking about.
More often than not, you know what you're talking about.
See, I don't like the pattern right there because what it does.
4 balls to the same spot on Glozman.
And it gets Susannah Barr keeping to the right to hold her spot instead of her moving. That's big finish there from Susannah Barr in the middle.
Yeah, Glozman hit the wrong spot right there. I would like to see Glozman and Truong kind of elevate the pace of play here, be a little bit more aggressive, but stay away from the forehand side on both Barr and Fudge.
Went right at the backhand of Megan Fudge on that little speed up there from Truong. Again, back to back. You guys are on a roll.
I don't like the speed up at her right now. She's moving forward too well. Go to her feet.
The speed up at Glozman.
Yeah.
A good ball movement there from Truong and Glozman as well. We're kind of seeing these sequences where the success is coming from changing spots consistently.
Truong is there. She was there. She got a good paddle on it. But good movement from Fudge and Barr.
6-8-2.
Oh, Truong overran it. She got caught up at her feet. As soon as Barr or Fudge goes to make contact with that, Truong's got a split step.
8-6-1.
Right as the paddle starts moving forward, tell yourself to split. And then you'll split at contact.
Glozman with a well-placed ball there off the forehand right at the feet of Megan Fudge.
I'd say anything chest high, shoulder high on the forehand side of Glozman is trouble.
But
and
then,
apparently,
it's
a
apparently
ball
a serve.
that kicks up on the backhand side is trouble.
That's a huge point.
That was a huge point. It gives Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr
I'm going to call timeout right now. Okay, they are going to take.
All right.
Okay, I think there was some question about whether or not they could take.
Or if they had one.
If they had a timeout. Okay. So confirmed, Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman did have a timeout. They decided to utilize it here. And like you just mentioned, Dom, it's a massive point win for Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge to go up 9-6. They now sit just 2 points away from taking this third game. If you're Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman, how do you utilize this timeout to get yourself back into a rhythm and into this game?
Call timeout in a similar situation where they were up, though, at 10-9. Now Barr and Fudge get to 9. They call another timeout. What they're doing, they're making Barr and Fudge think about it. So if they can think about it, go, okay, this is a big point here. We need this. They're on 2, I believe, as well. So I believe it's 9-6-2. They get this point. You're talking about match point on their paddle, then all that pressure goes to Truong and Glozman. So good timeout, good regrouping by Truong and Glozman. They need this side out right here, right now.
Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge with 1 gold medal already on this 2023 APP Tour season. 2 points away from putting themselves in a position to battle for another one.
Wow, got her in the shoulder. What a shot right there. That is gutsy.
Yeah, again, Glozman goes to...
She pretended like she got really hit.
Goes to the forehand side, overcommits to the middle there.
Match point opportunity here for Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr.
Not coming back.
I like the move, though. Barr put a lot of pressure on Truong there, but Truong up to the task. I like it from Alix Truong right there.
6-10-1.
Vivian Glozman there to finish it off, and it's a side out. 6-10-1. Truong and Glozman want to make a move here. But Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge are going to be relentless in these points. Six 10-2 for Glozman's serve.
Oh, she couldn't get up for it. You know what? Sometimes when you get a paddle on the ball, good things happen. And Glozman with the little inside-out pop-up.
7-10-2.
7-10-2 for Glozman.
Oh, and Fudge slid to the forehand, and it opened up the middle right there for Truong.
Truong taking advantage as well.
8-10-2.
8-10-2.
Oh! She had it sitting on her paddle. That was a perfect 1-2 right there. The speed up on the backhand side. She just tried to come down through that a little too much instead of hitting through the court.
I like the timeout too here because you're thinking about that right now.
Yeah, Truong just melting into the court after
Yeah.
that last
Feeling
play.
the pain for her
Exactly.
partner. Feeling it.
Because she knew it was right there. But Truong and Glozman, again, coming to their timeout, laughing. And now it's more of a laugh at yourself, like, oh, we had that moment. But it's good to see the chemistry between these two, the spirits between these two. And I think certainly those who are familiar with the APP Tour, that hasn't always been the case. Alix telling me in particular in between, I believe it was St. Louis and Philadelphia, she really did some digging to figure out how do I stay mentally sharper, mentally more just engaged in these games, in these matches, in every situation. And we're seeing it right now play out in Chicago in front of still a great crowd. It is just after 5 o'clock local time in Chicago, and every single match, those bleachers have been packed. Understandably so. Some great pickleball being played. Second match point opportunity here for Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge.
Wow, you want to talk about pure scramble mode? That's it right there.
Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge take game 3 and our women's doubles final here at the APP Chicago Open. A hard-fought match between two very good teams, but it's Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge who have guaranteed their spot in the gold medal match on Championship Sunday. We'll hear from them when we return to Chicago.
Years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
APP is presented by LS, Gamma, the Boca Raton, and Franklin.
And we'll take another look at match point here for Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. They'll be moving on to Championship Sunday. Tested a little bit, or a lot of it, by Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong. But a little unfortunate on that last ball, catching the net cord and just going wide for Glozman. So Barr and Fudge in another Championship Sunday here in Chicago with Dominic Catalano down courtside with Megan and Susannah.
Courtside here, I'm with Megan Fudge, Susannah Barr. Congratulations, moving on to Championship Sunday. First go to game 1. You guys were in cruise control, everything going your way. Game 2 got a little bumpy. What was the difference, and what were Alix and Vivian doing so well?
No, I mean, I felt like we had the great game plan. We came out energetic. We came out firing. They made some adjustments in the second, especially maybe changing a paddle too. So I felt like it was a good match, and we all battled. We put it out there. We got a little unlucky here and there, and we got a little lucky at the end.
And then going into that third game, it was tight all along the way. You guys go up 6-4 on the end change. What are you talking about knowing you have a lead on the end change there, Susannah?
Yeah, I mean, our biggest thing was we wanted to just stay positive and keep our energy up because it's been a long day and a long weekend so far, and we just knew that we had our targets we wanted to hit, and we just had to keep going.
All right, well, congratulations, ladies. Moving on to Championship Sunday. Here on Championship Court, we got one more for you. Men's bronze medal coming up here at the APP Chicago Open.